Time now to switch our focus to Stockport County. It's been a rollercoaster season so far for the troubled League One club, and with them along for the ride has been Robert Dawson from the Stockport Express, and Rob joins me now to look at the latest problem for the Hatters. Rob, welcome.
Cheers.
It's the pitch. It's in a terrible mess. What's gone on?
Well, they've had a lot of rain, obviously. That's not helped. The drainage system apparently has failed, and there was also a bit of construction work they were trying to do to the stand, and the cherry picker that they've had on the pitch to do it just messed up a whole strip on one side.
We've got pictures up now. I mean, it is a mess, especially down that side, and it just seems surprising that they didn't see these problems coming, because, like you say, they've had a bit of a cherry picker on the pitch. It was bound to cause some problems, but they've not remedied it.
No, when you'd think they'd do sort of like work like that in the summer when it was nice and dry, but obviously they've done it the end of October, November, when the pitch is wet anyway, and it's just not going to recover now till April, I suppose.
OK, so obviously they've had the problems with the Torquay fixture, and that's been moved to Macclesfield now.
It has, yeah. It's going to get played at the Moss on Tuesday because it's been called off twice at Edgeley Park. I think it's probably a good idea, really, because they need to get the game played. Otherwise, it'll be dragging on into January.
So the Charlton game this weekend, which is at home, is scheduled to be still at Edgeley Park, and that they've then changed the FA Cup game so they can sort of do a bit of repair work, I guess.
But it sounds a bit daft, really, that they're going to play on Edgeley Park, supposedly on Saturday, and then move the game on Tuesday to Macclesfield. But they're hoping to relay the pitch and do some work starting Sunday, so there won't be any games played at Edgeley Park until middle of December, the 20th, I think. OK, so have you had any sort of indication so far as to whether this game is definitely going to be on at the weekend? I mean, have County come out and said there's no problem with the pitch? No, I mean, they've said that they hope to get it on, but we keep getting told that every game now is a doubt at Edgeley Park because the pitch is in such a state. So I suppose fans aren't going to know until they turn up on a Saturday. Right, it's not an ideal situation. No. It's not been going fantastically well, really, for them on the footballing side of things, of course. I've got written down here 8 straight defeats. I mean, that's appalling form, really. It is, really, and it's relegation form, and that's why they're bottom of the league. You can't really see where the next point's coming from, which is a shame, really, because any more losses and you start cutting yourself adrift at the bottom, and then you're just not going to get out of it. Well, that's it. At the moment, there's 7 points from safety. Obviously, it's Oldham, unfortunately, for us, who the team are just above the relegation zone. And the next games, Charlton at home, Gillingham away, MK Dons away, Leeds at home. Dead easy. Well, yeah, so just win all them and we'll be all right. Yeah, but I mean, they're tricky fixtures, aren't they? They are. They've got a terrible run of games, really, over Christmas. Doesn't make it any better with a pitch. And, I don't know, it's going to take a lot for them to escape, I think. I mean, we've spoken a few times on here about, the Stockport's chance of avoiding relegation. Obviously, right at the start of the year, they were made one of the favourites to go down. At first, though, it looked OK, but they just seem to have slipped into this form, and it's very difficult to get out of it once you're in it. Well, it is, yeah, and losing's a habit. But all it takes just one result, though, to get out, and maybe if they snatch something on Saturday, it might turn the season around, so you never know. OK. Administration thing still looms as well. Obviously, they've been in it well over 6 months now. Is there any sort of light at the end of the tunnel on the financial side of the club, perhaps coming out of that? That could always give them a boost on the pitch, of course. Well, it could, yeah, and they could really do with coming out of administration before the January transfer window to bring some new faces in. But unfortunately, we're not really hearing very much about it. It seems like the same old problems that no one really wants to come and stump up the money to come and buy the club. So there's absolutely no hope on that side of it at the moment? Well, no, I mean, I think the problems with Sale and the fixture issue has been sorted, so they're really just waiting for someone to come in with a big wad of cash and say, we'll take you over. OK, well, thanks very much for coming in, Rob. I'm sorry we can't talk about something a bit more upbeat, but, again, thanks for your input. Thanks.